Hey everyone, Chris here at Pyrenees Cycling Club. You join me on the 2nd of Jan, a pretty cold 2 degrees. I'm going to take a short road ride with you down the old railway line, which has now been turned into a purpose-built cycleway, which is part of a European cycle network of thousands of kilometres. It's fantastic. We're going to join the family down there for a bit of family cycling down the lake. They are already down at the lake, but I had a few things to fix at the house, so you're going to come along with me and discover some of the cycleway. This railway was built in 1898 to link the remote valley up where we live with Perpignan, the big city, which is probably 40 kilometres this way. It was built for two reasons: to link the mining towns up in the Vallespir with Perpignan, and also to get tourists up the valley to the spa towns of Amly-les-Bains and Pras-de-Moyaux-la-Preste. The railway was open all the way up until 1972. So there's our first clue that we are following an old abandoned railway. There's a massive tunnel. It's closed off at the moment. The council seem to store carnival floats in it, which is kind of cool or kind of creepy depending on what sort of films you watch. Just going over one of the many railway viaducts. There's a nice view off this one. So that bridge I just crossed is pretty special, the first railway viaduct out of Amly-les-Bains. The railway was built in 1898, but then in 1940 the area had a catastrophic flood with 1 metre of rainfall in 24 hours. The flood was so strong it swept debris like trains 30 kilometres downstream. That bridge had a central column, but it was built so strong the column disappeared and the bridge stayed up, and now we can cycle over it. So we're going to go across the viaduct in Amly-les-Bains. I'll try and put up a photo of what this was like in the 19th century, 20th century when trains used it. Just waiting to go on the railway viaduct. Have you ever been at the traffic lights on a bike and the sensor can't see you and you have to wait forever and then you get beeped at? Well, don't worry, because we're very cycling friendly here in France. There's a button here for cyclists which gives you the green man. With our railway following a river, it has to cross it many times, and bridges are a really important part of that history. It's no surprise that I like bridges because I'm the son of a retired civil engineer anyway. This bridge is pretty important. It's an iron bridge made in the late 1890s, span of 200 metres, uses the Eiffel style ironwork lattice just like the Eiffel Tower, but it is also the site of a battle in the Second World War when the Germans were pushed out by the French resistance. A member of the French resistance was killed here, and there's a memorial on the bridge. Here we are at the memorial for what happened on the 19th of August 1944, when Captain François Maderne, member of the resistance, met his death when he was taking on a convoy of German lorries. So we've just come out of Cirey over the medieval Devil's Bridge, and we've rejoined the old railway that you can see behind me. So one thing I love about living and cycling here is that even in the depths of winter, we are the 2nd of January, the tarmac is absolutely smooth and perfect. Have a look at this. You join me as I'm just riding through the cherry orchards and the gardens of Château d'Aubéry, which is a massive Art Nouveau chateau just behind me. Been empty for a couple of years. It was built by the founder of a huge cigarette paper business called Pierre Bardou. It's called Job Cigarette Papers. He built one chateau for each of his 3 children. Well, I'm coming to the end of my journey and the end of the railway track. If you want to see another video where Leonard Lee from Jolly Good Fellow came and rode with us and rode this very cycle path, click here. Right, I better crack on now. I'm late to see the family.